It's October 2nd and I'm crazy enough to plant a fall garden right now. And experiential learning is one of the ways that I learn best. So we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna plant some lettuce and beets and radishes and broccoli. And if you notice the broccoli behind me, it's kind of leggy. That's probably not gonna work out. I'll probably direct sow some more once I get to that point. But I have some materials. I thought I'd bring you along with me. If you notice that I'm always wearing the same clothes, it's because I prefer to garden in these overalls. I don't have to constantly try to pull my pants up. The shirt is like one of those exercise shirts that breathes really easily and it's easy to wash, and don't come for me for wearing the same clothes. This is not the same day. Let's get into the video. Okay, this is the bed in question. If you recall, I have climbing things, so usually cucumbers, and there's still some long beans there. I have a really hard time pulling things out when they're alive, just because every time I wait and see, I'm surprised. So I guess I'm gonna leave those long beans. I don't know that I have the heart to pull them, but I've already given this a soaking or water to make sure that it's good and moist where I'm gonna plant. And then I don't think I'll bore you with the whole thing. I might take a quick time lapse so you get the idea of planting, because I gotta do that first before I put the row cover on. And then after that clip, I'll come back and start working on the row cover. So let's get into it. Future editing Diana, bringing you some commentary for this time lapse. I quickly realized that trying to find a spot to plant these seedlings amongst all of the straw was proving to be difficult. So I had to get that out, which took forever. You guys don't have to wait that long to see how that happened because of the time lapse. I ended up not watering enough when I started because I apparently mulched too heavily and water didn't get all the way to the dirt. So that's why I just watered a second time. And now it's time to build the row cover. So I'm kind of winging it. I didn't get the exact materials I wanted, so I kind of winged that. And I'm using some leftover stuff and some hand-me-down stuff and things that were given to me. So I'll start it and then I'll come back and let you know the finished product looks. So I started this process with a regular hammer and quickly decided it was too loud and going to take way too long. So I found a rubber mallet and then starting to size up the SharkBite PEX stuff. And I did not use any exact measurements, so don't do as I do. Measure. So the YouTube video I watched suggested using an old hose to hold the fabric on. And wow, none of those are the same height. We're going for functional, not perfection, okay? So I'm gonna cut a few like 3-inch pieces to hold that on. I ended up using tulle, which is tutu material. I didn't want to bring it out until I'm ready to put it on because I don't want to snag it on anything. Let's just cross our fingers that I bought enough and that it's big enough. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take all those off and cut them. So cross your fingers with me. Let's see how this goes. This is actually a 2.5-inch PVC cutter, but it's doing the job. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, so I can already see this is gonna take forever. I have these little tiny, I might go try to find bigger ones. I scored it with the box knife that I have, and the box knife is not sharp enough. And it's kind of dangerous to try to cut all the way through the hose. And this little tool is gonna take forever. Isn't that the thing? When you're doing a project, the thing that you assume would be the easiest sometimes turns out to be the hardest. Story of my life. Anytime I do a project, I'm like, oh, it won't take very long. Maybe like an hour. 4 hours later. This project is not taking me 4 hours. I'm just saying in general. My my thought of how easy things are gonna be is way off. All right, we've only gotten this far with these, so I'm gonna go see if I can find a bigger tool. But it is doing a good job. Like, it's just tiny and hard to... I'm gonna go look for something else. I think I heard a saying once that jobs are faster and easier when you have the right tools. These are definitely not the right tools for this, but look how much faster. I just have to make sure that I go slow so that I don't cut myself. Look at that. These I bought to cut guttering, so these cut metal. And I'm over here using them to cut up a hose. Well, resource utilization, that's what I call it. All right, that really made quick work of this. So I have my 8 clips, if you will. It's time to get the tutu material out and see if it's big enough. Oh, I'm so scared. I just got this at a local craft store. I think I paid $17 for it, which is about how much you would pay for like weed cloth, like white weed cloth, I think. So I'm not too mad about it, but I'm a little worried. Let me time lapse. You guys, it's big enough! I did it! I just gotta finish it up and make it all taut. Ooh, I'm excited. Can you believe it? I did it. Just for reference, the garden bed is 12 foot long, and I bought 6 yards of tutu fabric. I probably could have got away with 5 yards, but I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure that I could go the entire length and have extra to put the boards on top. It would be worth nothing if I couldn't keep it on the ground to make sure the bugs don't get in. The rebarb I got at a big box store. I think they were like $3 a piece, so that's kind of pricey, but they should be usable over and over again. And then I'm hoping next year that I will be able to build a new bed over on the hill near the pepper bed, and the cattle panels that are right here will move, and I'm going to do some crop rotation and move the tomatoes. So then this bed will be available for lettuces, carrots, beets, just things that harvest quickly and replant quickly. It's the bed that's closest to my house, so that makes the most sense to put something that is easily harvestable. So I guess I clean up and I'll let you know how it goes in a week or two. I did, if you couldn't tell on the time lapse, I sprinkled some more broccoli seeds and some more spinach seeds. And then for the lettuce, I just took every clump that was together and just kind of planted it together so that if 1 or 2 don't make it, hopefully one of the rest of that clump will go ahead and take. So thanks. A monarch. I haven't seen one in days. I get distracted easily. Thanks for watching. You'll see me next time.